What up, dudes? Here's what we got. This shape right here, A, B, C, and D. Shape A, B, C, D, or shape whatever this. By the way, this on the recording it might not look like an exact square, but it's supposed to be a square. On this square, what is the area of the shaded region? Is that the correct question? Yes. What is the area of the shaded region? Now, there is actually, you know what, I think it goes like this right here. It goes like that. Here's 5. There's a trick to solving this, and I'll show you how to do it. It's not completely easy, but I mean, there's one thing I can do to kind of eliminate answers to begin with. If you think about it, all right. Is the shaded region half of the square? Are we dealing with at least half of the square? And I would say no, obviously not, because I mean, if you look at it, you can see, hey, that's not even half. That's not. If it were half, it would be this dotted line right here. But it's less than half, okay? So wait, what's the area of the whole square? That's pretty easy to figure out. 4 squared, that's 16. Because we're talking about a square here, so I have 4 times 4 is 16. So my area is 16, and half of my area is 8. So I know that the area is not 8. I'm just looking at the picture, and I'm looking at the thing, and I'm saying it can't be 8, because if it were 8, it would be half. It can't be 9 or 10, because that would mean that the shaded area is more than half. So at that point, what I would do is, if I don't know how to solve this problem, I would guess, okay? But at this point, now I'm going to say, that's eliminating answers. This is what I want you to be able to do immediately. This, you ask me how to get quick, this will make you quick. Boom, 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 boom. All 3 of those answers out. Now I have a 50-50 shot. And if I'm totally lost and I don't know how to solve it, think about it. If I guess it correctly and it's the SAT, I get 1 point, a whole point. But if I guess it wrong, then I get 1/4 of a point wrong. But I have a 50-50 shot, so take that chance. All right. Now, I'm going to show you how to officially solve it. It's not that easy. But you're going to see this triangle pop up, so I want to introduce it to you now. There's a triangle. It's a very special one. It's called a 3, 4, 5 triangle. It's called a Pythagorean triple. 3, 4, 5. It's a very special one. Do you guys remember the Pythagorean identity, or Pythagorean theorem? It goes like this: a squared plus b squared equals c squared. That one you're probably pretty familiar with. It's the equation of triangles. It's relating this side squared plus that side squared is equal to that side squared. There are a few groups of numbers, like 3, 4, 5, 5, 12, 13, and a few others that I can't think of off the top of my head, but I know 3, 4, 5. That's the one that I always see, and I guarantee that this 3, 4, 5 triangle will rear its ugly head at least twice on any test you take that is like these big standardized tests. I guarantee it. The 3, 4, 5 triangle, I mean, if you think about it, if you plug in 3, you have 9, because 3 squared is 9, plus 16 equals 25. It's just saying that this 3, 4, 5, that particular number combination will yield a true result, because 9 plus 16 is 25. So this is a Pythagorean triple. So if I have the hypotenuse as 5, and I have the leg as 4, then immediately I know that that's 3. I mean, technically you could put it through the Pythagorean theorem and try to figure out what it is, but if you have, like, you know that one of them is 3 and one of them is 5, then immediately you should be thinking 4. You should be thinking, hey, that's a 3, 4, 5 triangle. I see a 3, 4, 5 triangle here. Because if that's 4, since this is a square, then this is a 3 triangle. Does that make sense? All right. Now what I would say at this point is you want to find the area of that triangle right there. The area of a triangle is 1/2 base times height. The base is 3, or actually 4 in this case. The base is 4, and the height is 3. So you have 1/2, 4 times 3, that's 6. Your answer is 6. Now, the point of me showing you this problem It's not necessarily, actually, you know what, showing you the 3, 4, 5 triangle is really good. I want you to see it, I want you to see it a lot. I'm gonna probably hit you up with a bunch of those kinds of problems. You're gonna actually, when I show you things where it's like, wow, that has a 3, 4, 5 triangle, you're like, oh my goodness, I didn't even see that. Be on the lookout for that. Well, the point I'm trying to make is so that you can eliminate options C, D, and E. Because you immediately look at that and you think, just by looking at this diagram, and don't always trust the diagram, but for the SAT, what I found is you can actually trust it until they tell you the diagram is not accurate. And what they'll usually say is something like, this diagram is not drawn to scale. But you can trust this picture to at least say that that is less than half. That shaded area is less than half of this whole rectangle, or of this whole square. And from that, I can immediately eliminate these answers. Because half of that square is 8, so I need less than half. All right, cool. I hope that helped.